Hello, I'm the Horde of Odds. This is episode 11. Hold on. Let's go. So, archery exemption was the first task. Basically, we had all the contestants line up. They had one shot each at a little archery target. The winner not only gets an exemption, but they get to look into the mole diary of any person of their choice for 20 minutes and can take, I can't remember how many pictures, but take several pictures of someone's book. I think it was about 10. So, I wasn't really sure how to judge this. I don't really even think there could be possibly molding in this. But from my general assumptions of what I could possibly write down, I wrote down Azure was a good shot, Kerry was a good shot, Ali was a bad aim and is a bad shot, Sam, okay shot, Aaron, okay shot, Nick, bad sort of shot, Sean, very good shot, and Halal was a pretty bad shot, which was a little surprise to me. Though in this winner by millimeters, as judged by some sort of panel, we have Asha, and she picks to see Sean's diary. Now this is probably the most funniest thing that I have ever seen in the mole. In Sean's diary is basically what he's found and seen lots of things, but there's one small problem. All the names in the diary he has put down, he has changed into names of Muppets. It's so brilliant and funny, I cannot describe it. In her mind, she had a choice between either Sean's diary or Nick's, but apparently, as everyone's figured out, Nick has coded his in some sort of language that probably only he would understand. So no one is going to be able to decipher that. Okay, exemption defense. Now this is another shooting round, which I tend to like shoot 'em up games, so bear with me in my excitement. We have our exemption holders, Asha, Halal, and Sam. They must basically defend them. If there's sort of a paintball round where they must get this flag, get to the other end of this little field in this 5-minute limit. We have the other contestants being able to shoot at these people, but only one person can go on a field at a time. So I'll just tell you the pairings now. We had Sam go against Kerry and Sean, Asher versus Aaron, and Halal versus Nick and Ali. So no one could actually repeat the round in the field. Now, for each time the people attacking manage to hit one of the people holding the exemption or the flag or whatever, they earn 5,000 towards kitty. This means that the exemptions were worth about 5,000 this time, which actually was pretty cheap, I would have thought. Considering Kerry had to pay 6,400 for hers, though she didn't keep it, because if she did try to keep it, it'll be another 10,000, which would be 15. The good news is Sean, Aaron, and Ali all got their hits. Nick got hit by Halal, unfortunately. We're really surprised that Ali got Halal, but it was quite funny because it just got him on the butt, which it's quite funny. Next we had envelope temptation, to freebies or not to freebies. That is the question. Now this was quite it was very weird. We had basically a secret envelope which might have had prize money or something else in it, and on the other side was this pile up of freebies. Now most of what we saw was the contestants face off against Shura. Shura would say freebies or envelope, well, in maybe another sort of arrangement of words. Though when someone picked the envelope, he might add a couple freebies to that pile just to try and psych them out towards the freebies, which means there must have been something good in the envelope. But we ended up having lots of people just go for the freebies after a certain time. For example, we have Ali, she took 3 freebies. Kerry kept on going for the envelope and she got an exemption to quiz 5. Sean took 5 freebies. Nick took 3 freebies. Aaron took exemption to quiz 5 after going through to the envelope. Sam took 2 freebies, Halal took 5 freebies, and Asher, who won $3,000 towards the pot, also got a little hidden question for the next quiz. What is the mole's favourite song? And there was a sort of large multiple choice arrangement. So from this, they earned $3,000. Lastly for this episode, we had cash flow. And we had a sort of little rapids where 4 members in a little raft would go down this sort of rapids, which was tough. I would say it was definitely a tough task. We had 2 teams, and in the second team, who was not in the raft, they were on 2 bridges, 2 people to a bridge, and they would drop down balls with some prize money, like large inflatable balls, and a certain ball or size or colour, I don't know how else to describe it for you, would give them some money. And though they were on the course, there was 2 orange ones, very small, on this probably most difficult spot to retrieve for $5,000 each, but no one got those, unfortunately. So in the first team, we had Sam, Kerry, Aaron and Nick. Unfortunately, Aaron fell out, but they did earn $7,000. Team 2, Halal, Sean, Asher and Ali earned $8,000. I was quite happy when I saw Sean just take Ali's oars and throw them out when she was just screaming and holding on to the oars of all things. I mean, if she's not going to hold on to the ball or the raft, she's going to hold on to these oars like they're lifesavers. So all in all, they earned about $15,000 from this. And thanks to that, they got over the $10,000 mark, which was quite refreshing considering before these episodes, we've had the slowest cash inflow ever. But on these last 2 tasks, got $15,000 from Rapid Money and from the Exemption Defense, another $15,000. It's great. To complete this episode, we have Asher make a deal with Sean. She gets 3 freebies from him and learns the names of the Muppets that Sean has in his diary. In exchange, we have Sean get a exemption for quiz 6, and he learns about the hidden question, which was, what is the mole's favourite song? Now, moling. Well, obviously nothing much can happen from archery exemption apart from the mole is going to try his hardest not to lose his diary or her diary, because if he does, if the information is useless to the other contestant that wins this archery round, they're gonna probably think, wait, they're not trying so hard, does this mean that person's the mole? In exemption defense, obviously the person with the exemption is going to try their hardest to get and keep their exemption, though the people who don't have the exemption, if they're the mole, they're gonna probably not do very well at shooting or get shot. Lastly, in the cash flow, there were some things that could go wrong, such as if the raft goes past the finish line with no one, well, without one of the team members in it, then no money is won for that run. Of course, there could be bad throws from the bridge. This was episode 11. I'm the Hood of Oz. Thanks for listening.